Welcome, guys, to another episode of the Invictus Podcast. It is your host, Marcus Draney, and today, for this episode, I have an exciting guest with us. He is the seventh leading scorer in Utah State history. He is a three-time All-Big West selection. He led Utah State 3 years in a row in scoring, and he won all freshman Big West his freshman year. Give it up for Kendall Youngblood.
Thanks, man. Right. I was 5, but then J.C. Carroll,
He came
Sam
and got
Carroll, and Sam Merrill came along. So
they pushed you to 6.
they keep pushing me down.
Oh my gosh.
The older and older I get. But those are two okay players.
No facts. Sam Merrill's a bucket.
I'm okay with that.
He's a bucket.
Yeah.
Man, Coach, I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah. Thanks.
A little background on Kendall. I knew Kendall growing up. I used to play for a Lehigh Bantam team, and he used to coach a really tough Bingham Miners team with his son Dason and a couple of my other buddies, Stockton. Shout out Stock. And we had some battles.
Oh, I loved it.
We had some battles.
Great days.
And then we played you, and then you kind of made a Avenger team with everybody that
took
you
all the
knew.
best players. Yeah.
Want to talk about how you kind of started this?
Yeah. No, I mean, when you were younger, I think you were 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. I mean, you were obviously one of the better players at that time.
Yep.
And it's kind of why we started Youngblood, right? Why we started the league, because at that time there was only so many good teams.
Yeah.
There was your team, there was our little team, and then maybe one other team.
Yep.
And we didn't get a chance to play against each other that much.
No.
So
just in championships,
like tournaments or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so then you're playing all these other teams, and I said, well, something's missing here. And so I said, why don't I just try to figure out who are the best teams, and let's all come together.
Yeah.
And if you remember that first year, I think when you're in 6th grade, I would just go get a gym, and we'd just show up.
You just text us, hey, let's go hoop.
We're going to go to this gym. I'll get a couple of officials, and we'll play against each other. Mm-hmm. And then everybody started catching on, like, what are you doing? What's going on? And so I was like, let's continue to do this. And then when you became a 7th grader, that's when we had 8 teams.
Yeah, I remember.
Like the league now, we have 60-something teams.
Crazy.
At that time, we only had 8 teams.
Only 8 teams, and it was the funnest league ever.
Right. Like you're playing against the best players. Like you wouldn't have never seen Jackson.
No, Jackson
played
or Trevin at Woods Cross.
Exactly. So we started with those 8 teams, very competitive, great games.
Yep.
And I just loved it. Yep. Right. If you got a split, if we played 2 games every Saturday, if you got a split on Saturday, you did pretty good.
You did good. Yeah.
Because the teams were so good.
Yeah.
Right. And I've our league has grown to where it is now, but that was a lot of fun because all the best players were on those 8 teams.
Yeah, right there.
And so from there, I said, okay, let me take these kids, and then we'll go travel and play around the country. And obviously, you were a part of that.
The Avenger team.
Yeah, and you were a part of it all the way through high school, and we had some great times.
Oh, we had some great times. Yeah, it was when was it? Was it 8th grade or 7th grade?
Yeah, it started in 8th grade.
8th grade is when we started traveling.
Yeah, we started taking that team and travel. I took our little team before that, but then 8th grade we started taking you and all those kids and from a coaching standpoint.
Were you with us when it was it X Factor when we first started?
Yeah, that was I coached that group, and that was the first team, the X Factor.
Our X Factor team, and then Thorough had the older team. Yeah, holy cow.
And then we just grew to prospects and to XM Elite. And you were a part of one of the greatest teams that come out of this state.
I try to tell y'all, bro. We were top ranked in the West every year.
Every year.
We were top 15, 10 in the country every year. We'd show up to gyms and we're playing D1, straight D1 teams, bro. 8 D1 players, commits, coaches all over the sidelines, not to watch us, but to watch these guys. And then we'd come out and bust y'all.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel like a lot of our people got on the radar. Like Trevin, he's killing these dudes, bro.
Yeah.
Jackson, he's killing some of the top point guards in the country, and he's killing them with his little cross midi. So it's not always about if I have offers. It's sometimes does this guy have an offer? Let me go get him, bro. Let me go show this coach, hey, I can lock up too, bro. I can go get a bucket too.
Yeah.
So put us on the radar, and I appreciate you because I had some of the best memories
That's
under your helm, man, and I appreciate it
no,
always.
I'm glad you were a part of it, man, because I think you were kind of the glue to the team.
Oh, I was the energy dude.
You were the energy guy, but you were friends with everybody on the team.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got along with everybody. You brought everybody together.
Yeah.
And you probably don't remember this. I think one year you thought about going to another team, and I begged you,
Yeah.
Marcus, don't do that.
Yeah.
Because we need you as part of the chemistry because our team was so good and so solid, and you stuck with the team
Yep.
and all the success.
Yeah.
And I think we had 9 guys on the team, and all 9 guys went and played college basketball.
Yep.
At some level.
Everybody.
After that.
Yep. Everybody.
So that was good. And then you got Brandon Carlson, who's playing in the NBA right now.
BC, he's playing with Shea Gilgeous right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Great. He had 13 the other night.
Yeah, he just went crazy.
He had a
Little
career
pick and
high.
pop.
And people don't realize this. He wasn't even a starter on that team.
No, he did not start.
He didn't.
He did not start. That's how deep we were.
Yeah.
He did not start. I didn't start. Yeah, we had a crazy starting lineup.
Yeah.
A crazy starting lineup. And we had a crazy bench. Like, we were deep. We were deep.
We're really deep. And I think that's why we were so good. And what's so fun is I look at you guys and now throughout the league, and we've been around the league now for 15 years. This is our 15th
Is this
year.
15?
This is 15. You know, I got my shirt for 15.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
15.
15, yeah, 15, 15 years. And we, you know, we recognized who we thought were the top 15 players to ever play in the league.
Yeah.
But I get a chance to see those kids because you're the first group. So I get to see all the kids come through and I get to compare them to your group.
Yep.
The Stephen Ashworth and that group.
Creighton.
Isaiah Harwell and those groups.
Yep.
Like all those kids.
Oh, yeah. You got a McDonald's All-American. That went through. Two. Who's the other one?
Emily. So Emily Skinner, who plays for Ridgeline High School. She was the first girl to play in our league.
Oh, wow.
And she's a McDonald's All-American.
What team did she play on?
She played on a team from Logan.
Wow. Tough.
With the boys.
So you got a boy All-American and you got a
girl.
That's
so
tough.
we're pretty excited about
That's
that.
tough.
Yeah.
Shout out Isaiah. Good buckets.
Isaiah was great.
He's
probably the best player to come through.
I agree.
When he was in 7th and 8th grade.
He was going crazy. He was different. I remember watching him. I said, oh, yeah, this kid got the juice.
Yeah.
He got the juice.
And I always talk about the experience, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I think maybe I said this back then, but shouldn't be always about how many shots you get and how much you play. It's the experience you're having. And you're having a great experience traveling around the country, playing against some of the best players in the country on a very good team. And that experience is going to be something you'll remember more than if I go play in another team and I shoot it all.
And I go drop a 30 ball over
Exactly, right? And so you do see teams jump, and I think it's more parents than it is kids.
Yeah, 100%.
Kids love who they play with.
Yeah.
It's mom and dad that want little Johnny to score 20 or 30 points a game.
Yeah.
But the kid's like, hey, I just love playing basketball.
Yeah.
I'll get my
with my friends.
And enjoy, and I'm developing and I'm getting better. And so that's why I always talk about the experience. And kind of to talk about our league, our league has always been about, can we make this experience good for these kids?
Yeah.
We want the experience good. And if the experience is good, we're able to do it for 15 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
If the experience is not good, then people start to go do other things. And that's why I think we've had a loyal following. We have teams always want to play in. We turn 15 or 20 teams down a year that want to play in the league.
Yep.
Now, they're not good enough, but they heard about it and they want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So if you want kids to stay within your program or stay with you, your job is to develop them and make sure their experience is good.
Gotcha.
And if their experience is good,
they'll stay.
They're going.
They're loyal.
They're going to be loyal.
100%. Yeah, because you've made a consistent following with Youngblood.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to play Youngblood.
Yeah.
Our parents are DMing us, hey, when does Youngblood start? Are we in Youngblood? Can we play Youngblood?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We can only put our best teams in Youngblood, right? Everyone wants to play Youngblood because of what you guys have done for 15 years straight.
Yeah.
Consistency, and it's good quality, nice facilities, good refs.
Yeah. Except for last week.
Last week.
That's okay.
Bro, that wasn't my fault.
We can have some.
It wasn't my fault.
That's okay. Yeah.
But all in all, you have made a amazing 15 years with Youngblood. And like you said, it's consistency and loyalty. You got to give them something they enjoy. And like you said, it's mostly the parents, not the kids. Like when I wanted to jump ship, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
I had my best friends on the team. And then I had you, and then I had Taylor.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite coaches I've ever had. So it wasn't me trying to jump. It was my dad wanting to find a team where I could go chuck up a whole bunch of shots. And I decided to stay with you guys, and I still had a great year. So
Yeah, no, I'm like we're glad you did, and I think it helped with your development.
yeah.
It helped in the person you are today.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because you were a kid that was really, really good, really confident,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it humbled you a little bit, but then you continue to fight through that.
Yeah.
And I think that makes you a better person.
100%.
Sometimes we don't want people to have to fight through things,
Yeah.
right? And have to deal with some adversity, and it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's
Learn,
okay.
learn from it.
My own son did start, right?
Yeah, Jason. Me
And
and
you know,
Jason.
I'm getting texts from my wife all the time. How come he ain't playing?
Just
Get him in the game right now.
on your butt. Hey.
You know,
Why is your son not starting?
why is he not starting? Why'd you take him out of the game, right? And so, and he fought through that. I think it helped him. He had a great career at Dixie.
Oh, Dixie, great.
He had a great career at Dixie.
Great point guard for Dixie.
So I think things work out how they should if you stick with something.
100%.
I hate seeing people joke. Yeah.
100%. Since we're on the topic of you being a circuit coach, my question is: you talk to a whole bunch of college coaches.
Oh yeah.
What are the questions they ask you as a coach? What are they looking in for? What are they looking for a player to join their program?
No, it's three things really simply. Are they competitive?
Mm-hmm.
Because once you get to that next level, it's highly, highly competitive. You know this, right? You're playing against guys who are all the best players at their high school. They're all the best players in their little city, their town.
Yep.
And when you get there, it's highly, highly competitive.
Yeah.
So is that kid competitive?
Mm-hmm.
Is it coachable? Right? That's one of the things, coach. Hey, is he coachable?
Yeah.
How is he with his teammates?
Yeah.
Right. So if you think of those things, is he competitive? Is he coachable? How is he with his teammates? That's all they need to know.
Gotcha.
Because they're not there to see you score.
No.
They're not there to see how well you play. They're there to see how you are with your coaches and your teammates.
Yeah.
And are you competitive?
Yeah.
And if you have those characteristics, you can survive and make it in college, right?
Yeah.
Because you already have the talent, or they wouldn't be there.
Yeah,
exactly. Or they wouldn't be
They're already looking at you.
Yeah. So I think people miss that. They think, oh, he's here to see if I can shoot.
Yeah.
He's here to see if I can score. He's here to see if I can do these things. No, he isn't.
Yeah.
And they never asked me that. Mm-hmm. They never asked me how many points does Marcus
I was about to say, do they I doubt they ever asked that.
Never. What's his shooting percentage? Mm-hmm. Can he shoot? They don't ever ask that.
Yeah.
Never, as I've gone through these players, and we've had a number of players come through. So, I mean, yeah, I think you just have to teach those kids that. And I think you sent me a question about winning. Is that important over development?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it is, but kids need to learn to compete.
Agreed.
Right? Yeah. And so competing is part of winning. So you got to teach kids to compete. I mean, if you think of the greatest competitors, Jordan, Tiger,
Kobe.
Mahomes, Kobe, right? Those guys, it wasn't always about winning or losing. It was the competition.
Yeah.
And so you have to teach kids to compete. You know me as a coach.
Oh, yeah.
Compete. I'm like, compete.
That's
compete.
That's all you used to say. Hey, just go out there, compete.
Compete, and we'll figure out the rest.
Yeah.
But compete, and I think that's where people miss. They want to win, but they don't teach the kids to compete. And if you teach kids to compete,
the winning will come.
The winning will come. And think about this. Competition is everything in life.
Yeah.
Right? You're competing in clubs, right?
Yep.
You get kids here.
Yep.
You compete. You're going to compete for the woman you want to marry someday, right?
Yep.
And you got to compete for that.
Everything's a competition.
Everything's a competition in life. And so if you don't learn to compete at a young age and continue to develop as you go, you're going to get left behind.
Yep, 100%.
So that's why I'm a big believer in competition and competing.
Yeah, I remember you used to stress that on us
all the time.
All the time, every practice, every huddle.
Yeah.
Hey, just go compete.
Yeah.
You compete on the defensive end, it's going to make offense easier. Compete. Because if you looked at our roster, it was me, Dason's half black,
right,
and then all of us is just white. The whole team was white.
We didn't have the athleticism.
We didn't.
Yeah,
we did
the
not.
Speed, right.
So everyone's looking at us and we're going to kill them. We're going to kill them off.
Yeah.
And we just competed. That is why we found success. We competed on the defensive end. We listened to what you were telling us. Yeah. I think we were all pretty coachable. I truly think that's why I think you're one of the best coaches I've ever had. Is because it's tough to have these kids buy in. Like
it is.
Every single kid, especially on a circuit level, when kids think they need to, there's coaches here, I got to play.
Right.
right? Oh, I should be a starter. It is tough to get those 4 to 5 kids on the bench to even buy in also. It's easy to get the starters to buy in, but to get the bench players to buy in, you did a great thing. Like I was all bought in. Dace was bought in.
Yeah.
Ben Rigby was all bought. We were all bought in, and I think that's why we found success in going to
As a
different
team,
states.
and we couldn't have. If we didn't have 8 guys, 9 guys bought into trying to compete all the time, we wouldn't have done it.
No.
We wouldn't have been
It took the whole team. It took the whole team.
You got to be good at what you do, right? And if you're good at what you do, if you come in off the bench and do good at what you do, that's success, right? Be good at your job. And that's what I've always tried to stress with kids when I coach was be good at your job, and all the accolades or whatever will come. Right? But as we do well as a team, that's good for everybody.
100%.
That's why, to your point earlier, that's why they all had opportunities.
Yes.
That's why everybody had opportunities.
Yes.
Because you're on this team that's one of the top teams in the country from Utah. We're top 10, 15 team in the country. You're beating all these teams. That kid must have something. That kid must have something. That kid must have something.
And they take notice. When you're being Mac Irvin Fire and team loaded and stuff, coaches will take notice. When you get into the semifinal or the championship of a circuit tournament, coaches will come find you.
Well, probably one of my greatest memories is we went down to Compton Magic, and we won their tournament 2 years in a row.
In Compton.
16 and 17.
In Compton. Yeah.
This team from Utah
Dwayne
comes down
Brown,
there.
are you hearing this? I tried to tell you about this, bro. You didn't believe me. We went down to Compton 2 years, got that trophy.
Won the championship. And the second year, we won it without Jackson.
No Jackson. I remember.
Jackson was hurt. He couldn't play.
Yep.
And Jackson was obviously Mr. Basketball and played at the University of Utah.
Yep.
But our team still went out there and won the thing.
Yes.
And you'll remember this. Y'all got in trouble. Remember, y'all got in trouble. So we had to sit you guys the first half because you and some other players did something you shouldn't have.
Do you remember? Do you remember what it was?
Weren't you throwing?
We were in Houston.
Yeah, throwing stuff.
We were throwing hard-boiled eggs.
Oh.
Or was that a different time?
No, I don't know about that.
We were throwing hard-boiled eggs at cars, bro.
So they got in trouble, so you couldn't play.
We couldn't play.
I sat you guys the whole first half.
Well, they wanted to kick us off.
Yeah, and
you said no.
We'll just sit them.
Yeah.
But we still end up winning that thing, right? And so that just that shows you. And the second thing was, the West Coast Elite had a tournament.
Yep, I remember.
And it was only 4-minute games.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, that was weird.
4-minute games.
And we
won it.
We were killing people.
Because, to your point, you had 8 guys all aligned, 9 guys all aligned. Y'all wanted to win. Y'all competitive.
Yeah.
So we didn't lose close games.
No.
Most close games
we were winning. Yeah.
And so when you have these 4-minute games, they're all going to be kind of close.
Yep.
We execute and won. And I think that's just, I'm proud of those kids, proud of every one of you guys because you guys all were good players, good teammates, and y'all turned out pretty dang good.
Yeah.
So you had good parents too.
For sure. Yeah. That was a crazy. We beat like Nico. I think Chase Jeter was on the team. That was a good team.
Well, DeAndre Ayton, remember?
Ayton was on the team. Cody Riley.
Yeah, these are pros.
That were 6'8" when we were 6. I was 6'1" maybe. We're playing 6'8" dudes, grown men out there. It was a good time. It was a good time. Let's take a look. Okay, this is my biggest question for you. What makes a good coach?
Yeah, so that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to hold people accountable, right? So I managed 7 reps in my chosen field of work, whatever. But you have to hold people accountable. So not only do you have to develop them, but you have to hold them accountable to what you're teaching them.
Gotcha.
You can't just teach them stuff and then hope that they do it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to hold them accountable. And I think good coaches hold kids accountable to what they're teaching them so that they can develop, right? The other thing is I think you got to believe in your kids. You got to believe in them. You got to support them. You got to believe in them. I was tough, right? You know this. I was hard.
Yeah.
But that was a different time. Mm-hmm. Kids today, you probably can't do that as much.
Not at all.
But you still got to show that you believe in them. And how we showed that we believed in kid is a guy taught me a long time ago, if you're not yelling at them, if you're not riding them, if you're not getting on them, you really don't care about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And And that's how we were able to do it. So you have to be able to, as a coach now, show that you really believe in these kids and believe in their skill, believe in their development, believe they can get better.
Yeah.
That may not be the best player, but better for them, right?
100%.
And so I think if you're doing that as a coach, then I think you're going to see your kids develop and grow. And back to your point earlier, they're going to be loyal to you because you believe. So I think that makes a good coach. I think everybody knows X's and O's. I think whether you do man or zone, I mean, everybody can learn that.
Yeah.
Right? I think one of the best youth coaches that I've ever been around was a guy by the name of Mike Wilson, Zach Wilson's dad.
Yeah.
He's a football guy.
Yeah, Big Mike.
He's a big football guy, but he learned everything about basketball, and he became a good basketball coach that way. So you can learn all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But the intangibles of believing in your people, holding them accountable, I think that's the
key.
That's the key.
100%. I agree. And you held us accountable.
Yeah, absolutely.
For everything.
Everything. Remember, well, we went to, you'll like this one. We went to Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in Disney World, and I'm one of those crazy coaches. We watch film.
Yeah.
So these are 8th graders. So I have film. He shows up late eating some chicken wings. And I'm like, okay. We're starting this trip off like this. Marcus did not show up late to me.
Hey, he be hot. Hey, I got another story after this one too about my haircut.
Yeah. Well, okay, that too. Marcus challenged me, but I mean, it was fun. But it gave me a chance to teach everybody a lesson, right? Like, look, your coach has a meeting. You guys are looking at film.
Yep.
You're showing up late. That doesn't show me you're ready to play.
Yep, 100%.
And so that changed things. And so now you would get ready to play.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And so you learned some things that way.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that. I remember we pulled up, well, I don't even know where we were, probably Atlanta. No, I want to say Vegas. And I had a crazy haircut. Kendall said, we're not doing this. We're not doing this week. I said, what? He's like, your haircut, man. We're going to the barber right now. You drove me to the barber, got my haircut. Said, there you go. Now I can play you in a game.
That's right. You took well, I think what did we take everybody?
You took everybody.
Trevor got his haircut.
His cut. Jackson got a really bad cut. You got a really bad cut, Jax. I remember that.
Well, you got to think about it. This is probably the first time some of these kids have been to a black barbershop.
Yes.
So we took them to a black barbershop.
Yeah.
And everybody knows black barbershops different.
Oh yeah.
So
that was a good time.
Yeah.
That was a good time. Let me take a look. Okay, I got a good question. So the difference between Utah basketball and outside basketball, what's the biggest takeaways from in-state basketball at a club level and then out of state at a club level?
So one, in Utah, the numbers, right? Our numbers are less.
Yeah.
Even though we have 70,000 kids that participate in junior jazz, you have another 20,000 kids that play in all these other leagues. And then you got Youngblood, where there's about 500 kids, right? So there's a lot of kids that play basketball here.
A lot.
But when you look outside L.A. and big cities, there's so many more kids.
So many.
Right? And the kids in Utah have so many other options.
Yeah.
From an economic standpoint, they go play golf.
Yeah.
They go play tennis. They go do all these other things where some of these kids outside of the state, basketball.
It's just basketball.
Right. So there's that, right? That they're more into their sport of having to make it than maybe they are here in Utah.
Yep.
And I think the first thing is athleticism. And it's only because of the demographics.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
I think as black people, we're less than 1% in the state of Utah.
Yep.
So you're not seeing a lot of that demographic. So athleticism is different.
For sure.
The size, speed, and strength is different. Skill-wise, I think our skill is as good as any.
I agree. Our skill work in Utah is great.
As good as anyone. Yeah. Ball handling, maybe not as much, but shooting, understanding the game, IQ, we're off the charts.
Yeah.
Right? And so the difference between the two is always going to be we're more skilled, we're more structured, they're more athletic, and they want it more.
Yeah. The downhill.
They get downhill.
Let me go get a bucket.
They'll go get a bucket.
Yeah.
So I think that's the big difference. But from a number standpoint, if you think about it, and you probably know this better than I do, I think there's 5 to 10 kids every year that have an opportunity to go D1.
Yeah.
Right? And then you got another 10 or 15 kids that can go play D2 or junior college or something like that. That's only 20-something kids.
Yeah.
Right? When you're from LA, you got a million of those kids that get a chance to go play.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason why I tried to start this league is because we didn't get a chance to all the best players playing against each other.
Yeah.
right? You didn't get a chance to play against Jackson.
Not at all.
Right?
until you made it.
Until we started this thing, right?
Exactly.
And now you're seeing Isaiah Harwell's from Pocatello, but he comes down here and tears everybody up
Kills
in Utah.
everybody in Utah.
But they would have saw a kid like that.
Exactly.
Right? And so us doing that, I think is helping Utah basketball see best players playing against each other, and we're bringing in teams and players from outside of the state to compete in our league.
Yep.
So that you can really see them. So you don't have to always go out and travel.
Exactly.
Right. We have kids from Arizona. We got teams from Arizona that will come in and play guest appearances in Youngblood.
Yeah.
We got 12 teams from Idaho this year that have coming down from all the way from Boise to play in Youngblood.
It's 5.5 hours, yo.
That's what I'm saying.
Just to go get some buckets.
St. George, they're coming up to play. So some Vegas teams. So we're trying to get more teams here to play so that the top kids can see what some of these other players look like, and they're playing against each other. So, to your question is, it's different.
Yeah.
But I think Utah is getting better.
We're
getting
growing
a lot better.
and thanks to you for putting that platform for kids to be noticed and other kids to come play on this one platform. Because, like you said before, I would never have met Trevin. I would have never met Ben Rigby. All those guys, Davis County, I would have never met them.
No.
Right? We were just local right here.
That's right.
That was it. So I think in the aspect of growing this game, we thank you. And then
I think it's a combination, right? It's a combination of some of the things that I've done, and then the clubs, like your club, and all the other clubs that are out there. A lot of former players that are giving back. I mean, you're seeing TJ Haas, who coaches a team.
Dalton Nixon,
Jackson Emery, right? Like you're seeing all these former players that are giving back to the game and coaching these kids and participating in this. So it's helping Utah basketball. I think the talent levels, it is what it is. There's a level. But I think we have more kids now.
Yeah.
There's more kids that are as good as the Ryland Jones, the Stephen Ashworth. There's more kids that are getting close to them. I don't think they're there.
Yeah, but they're getting close.
They're getting closer because of all these things that we're doing in Utah from a basketball standpoint to grow the game.
Building our pool of players to get better.
And I'm from up north. I grew up in Ogden. We never played anybody in Salt Lake. Right? And back then you would have one team from the state of Utah that could go travel. So you had one tournament, and if you won that tournament, you can go travel. So the only way our team from Ogden can go travel was we had to beat all the Salt Lake County teams and Utah County teams in the tournament to go travel. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Right? And so Ogden and up north never got a chance. And so that's why I was big on making sure those teams from up north, Cache Valley, and all them get a chance to come down and see the Salt Lake teams and Utah County teams, because they never would saw those teams.
No, not at all.
I mean, those leagues up there are terrible.
They're trash.
Terrible.
Trash.
Oh, my God. There's a team from Cache Valley. They play in our league. They can't win a game. They're losing by 30 every game. And they're like, we win every game by 30.
Because it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same up in Cache Valley.
No. Ogden, the same thing. They come down. They're like, we win every game by 30. And I go, I know.
The pool's not as deep up there, yo.
So they learn something when they get a chance to come play in our league because they realize, oh, we're not as good as we thought. Right? And with so many leagues and so many things going on out there, there's a million of it. I think just us kind of being at that top, I think as you start to sift through the kids and get them up there, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, and I always think it's a good thing to go get beat. When we first traveled, we weren't great.
It took us a minute.
It took us a couple tournaments to figure it out. Figure out the pace, figure out the athleticism.
They don't call fouls.
They don't call fouls. We're not getting nothing, bro. Don't even look at the ref, or he's gonna have a problem with you. Keep your mouth closed. Don't talk.
Right.
There's a lot of things we as Utah kids had to go learn. We were super cocky. We thought we were the best of the best in Utah.
Yeah.
When we go to Vegas, we get killed. In California, we got killed. Then you took us to practice. You said, all right, y'all, we have to figure it out. We're not competing at a high enough level right now.
That's right.
We're here. They're here. We're here. They're here. We gotta get up there. And I remember practices where we were on each other.
They're brutal.
We were
because we didn't want that to happen again.
No, it sucked because you came in with so much confidence and you get blown out. Now you got a 6-hour drive with your dad in your ear. Oh, you guys, we suck. Do we suck? Do we suck?
Yeah.
And then we came out there locked in on practice. Then we got the first one. Then we just kept building and building and building. Then we understood, okay, this is what it takes.
Yeah.
This is what practice has to look like. This is what our off days have to look like. This is what our warm ups have to look like. This is what our film got to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And we were locked in like Orlando.
Yeah.
We were locked in on Orlando.
Yeah.
We were doing film and yours or Evans every single day, watching film on his laptop, put it on the TV screen. We were in there for 45 to an hour.
That's right.
Watching it.
Now that was crazy for fifth graders. I get it.
But we are nationals.
But we are
We're
nationals.
trying to go compete.
That's right.
And we busted what's that player's name? He had
played at Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Michael Carter.
Oh, it was Michael Carter Jr.
Michael Carter Jr. He was when he was a lottery pick for Philly.
That's right.
We played him and his he had two twin brothers. And I don't know where they're from. And we smoked them.
Yeah.
Smoked them in Orlando. So yeah, preparation, kids. All right. So Kendall, Youngblood, obviously, it's a top league in Utah. There's a lot of good players and a lot of players that are struggling in the league. Mm-hmm. As a player aspect, how can they go to your league, struggle? What do they got to go do on the off days to maybe come back on the next Saturday and do something?
Yeah. So once they get a chance to get exposed, and sometimes that's not good, right? You get exposed and you realize I'm not as good as I think I am, so I need to go get into the gym and get better. And I think that's what Youngblood helps kids do is you get to go see what the best of the best in the state look like.
Yep.
So now you know what level you got to get to.
Yeah.
So you should get back in the gym.
100%.
You should be working. You should be trying to get better. Yes, you can go play bantam in these other leagues and be the best player and best team, and it feels good, and mom and dad are happy, and everybody's happy.
Yep.
But when you get to but you want to play at the highest level.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to play at the highest level of something.
Yep.
And that's the highest level in Utah.
Yep.
And then if you want to take that and go play outside of the state, that level is even higher.
Yeah.
So you get to test yourself and see what that level is, and those kids have to get better. Coaches have to get better.
Great.
Coaches come into our league, and sometimes they'll coach a certain way.
Yeah.
And they'll realize, oh,
it's not going to work.
That's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
I gotta
here.
change the way I coach, right? I gotta do some things differently to help my kids compete in this league. And coaches get better. You'll see coaches improve and go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
And so players have to do the same thing.
I agree.
Players have to get better. And so I think it's a way to motivate them. We give awards, right?
Yeah.
Like we have Player of the Week and we have All League, and it's all those things, and we keep track of scoring and all that. And kids love that stuff, right?
They love it.
They love that stuff. And sometimes as coaches, you're like, dang, right? I don't want this kid to only think about that.
Yeah.
But it's it motivates them.
It does.
Tell me how great it would be for a kid to win Player of the Week, right? What does that do for his confidence?
Oh, wow.
Does it want him to get him back in the gym? Does it want him to get better? Does it want him to continue to improve?
Yep.
If you're one of the 10 players that are all league
Yeah.
in your age group, what does that do for their confidence?
I'm trying to go get it next year.
I'm going to get it next year. I'm going to do better, right? And so I think those are things that Youngblood provides those kids to where they can say, okay, I got to continue to improve. And you as a coach and you as a program can say, we got to continue to get better.
Yeah.
If we won 5 games in Youngblood last year,
Let's go get 7.
let's go get 7. Let's go get 8.
100%.
If we're improving. I tell teams all the time, I'm like, as long as you guys are improving, we'll want you to stay in the league.
Yeah.
As long as you're competitive, we want you to stay in the league. If you don't take it as serious, and we've had some teams that kind of come in and we're like, hey, this isn't for you.
Yeah.
This is competitive. We want you, not about, like you said, it's not all about winning, but we want you to be competitive. We want you guys coaching your kids.
Yeah.
We want you to develop your kids. We want you pushing your kids because that's what the league's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting the kids better.
Yeah.
100%.
So it's going to get everybody better. And like you said, it's not just players. It's coaches that are getting better. We as a league are getting better.
Yeah.
We're trying to get better officials.
Everyone's going to elevate.
Everybody's got to be elevated. If you elevate your guys and your team, we're going to elevate ourselves as a league to make sure it's better for the kids. Right?
Yeah.
And so I think it all works in conjunction.
In conjunction. My question, are you ever going to do like a big tournament with out-of-state teams and stuff like that? When's that coming? We got 15 years of the league.
No, I think some people do it. Tim Davis does a great job, and he brings in some of those big teams.
Yeah.
We do try to have guest teams come in and play in the league.
Gotcha.
And it's hard because it's winter.
Yeah.
So if you're in Arizona, why do you want to come to Utah in January?
You want me to go hit a blizzard?
Yeah,
Come on,
right.
Kendall.
Right. You're in Vegas. Why do you want to come up to Salt Lake and play? So that makes it a little tougher. So no, we're not going to do a big tournament. We do some tournaments and bring teams in.
Yeah.
But I think, there's certain people that do that a lot better than I do.
Yeah.
And so they focus on that and they do a great job of that. And we support that and work really well with them. But yeah, I think we get enough good players, good teams in here for them to see. The Idaho teams are coming down, right? And you'll be surprised at how good some of these teams are.
Are they good this year?
Some of these good players. There's a 7th grade team from Idaho. They got 2 guards that are unbelievable.
Really?
Really good players, right? And so you're starting to see some of that. Some of these teams coming up from St. George, they're good. We got a 6'2" kid that comes from Arizona.
Oh, wow. What team is he playing on? The St. George Drive?
Utah Drive.
Utah Drive, really?
This kid's unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's 6'2" kid.
Oh, I know who he is.
The African kid.
Yeah, the big African. Oh,
come on now.
Oh yeah,
Right?
He's a real deal. I watched him. He's a real deal.
And now you've seen the Mountain Star kid, Kerr Name.
Yeah.
How good is he?
He's good
at 8th grade. So we're starting to see more players come into play because of the experience you get when you're in Youngblood. You don't get this anywhere.
No.
Right? You were the first group, and compared it today to when you did it, it's totally different,
Way different,
right?
way
Like
different.
it was cool then.
But we were blessed. But we were blessed with what we had.
Yes,
we didn't have all the fancy stuff like that. But we got to compete with the best players.
That's it.
I got to go see dudes I didn't get to see for 5+ years of playing this game. Now I get to see him on a Saturday, and I get to go play 2 games a day.
2 games,
bro. I'm blessed. I'm happy.
Right. And I always look at, and I don't do this. I don't try to run this league for parents. It's never about the parents. It's always about the kids.
Yeah.
The kids and the coaches and their experience. But as a parent, if you're driving your son to go play games, 2 of them on a Saturday is pretty good, right? I mean, we grew up our whole life playing 1 game on a Saturday.
Yep.
Maybe 1 game on a Wednesday.
And
right?
that was it.
And that was it. And your day is over. Now you're locked in for a couple hours, 3-4 hours on a Saturday in basketball. I think it just raises the level.
It raises it. Because I used to love knowing, hey, I wake up Saturday, I got a game at 9.
Yeah.
I got a game at 1.
Yep.
I got to lock in. Let's get it. Let's go. Win this game at 9, go get lunch, lock back in, play another game.
Yeah.
And then when we travel, we're playing 2 to 3 games a day.
All the time. Right.
Constant games. So
it did prepare us.
It just prepared us for what we had to go do out there. And like you said, it's a whole different level out there. So if we can do it at this level, we can go out there and do it at that level also.
Yeah, and more teams are traveling, right? Because there's so many different clubs and so many teams. So they're all kind of traveling. Maybe they all shouldn't, but I think it's okay because you're still getting that experience.
Yeah.
And you get to see what it looks like outside of the state of Utah, which, again, is motivating to get kids to be better, to get kids to improve, to get coaches to be better, to get coaches to improve.
Agreed.
The other thing I think is big with basketball, it's people make money off it, make a living off it now. So that's changed, right? Now, before, everybody was a volunteer, and I grew up, nobody got paid, and everybody just helped out. Now, people, you're making a living, it's a living, and which raises the level, which means you got to be better. The coaching has to be better. The development has to be better.
That's right? it. Now it's a business.
It's a business, and that changes, right? Which is why I think our league is so good. That's why your club is so good, because you do make a living, but that expectation is higher. Yeah. And I think that's helped basketball too.
I agree.
I don't think it's hurt it. No. People think it's hurt. I think it's helped.
I think it's helped because back in the day, it used to be Johnny's dad's the coach.
He don't know anything.
Johnny sucks. He doesn't. Johnny's dad played soccer. Johnny sucks, and he's starting Johnny.
Yeah. Dad doesn't know.
That's not helping any of these kids. So like a lot of these Bantam teams, it's a lot of volunteer. Which thank you parents for volunteering, but if you really want your kid to get to the next level, it's probably not the best way to do it.
Yeah, we don't see many Bantam teams in our league anymore.
Yeah. Which it used to be straight Bantam. It used to be straight city teams.
It used to be, right? And we moved away from that as teams come together.
Yeah.
Because, again, we know how serious you guys are about developing kids and working with kids. We know how serious other clubs are about those kids, right? We want to be a serious league. We want to be a competitive league.
So you're going to those clubs instead of going to Johnny's dad's team.
Right. And I get that's who I get calls from, right? Johnny's dad that says, hey, I got a team. We played in junior jazz. We won all of our games. I'm like,
that's the last thing you want. Trust me, Johnny. That's the last thing you want.
I go, do you guys have a press breaker? He's like, no, they don't press. No, you're
It's
you're not
that.
gonna make
It's
it.
toast. It's
You
that.
can't do it.
It's
Right?
it's toast. You gotta. That's the easy question.
It
You got
is.
fresh break? No. Okay. Don't. You can't come.
When they call me, I usually ask a simple question. Oh, so usually everybody knows who the top teams are in every age group.
Yeah.
I ask them if they know who those teams are. If they don't,
You haven't played the best then.
then I don't. Yeah,
Smart.
right. It's a simple question. Like, do you know who the top team is in seventh grade? And I'll name 4 or 5 of them. And we've never. No, I don't know who those are. Okay, go continue to play Bantam or go play some of these other leagues and learn that, and then maybe talk to us later.
Exactly.
So yeah, there's a process. Now we miss. We do get some teams, but to your point, we do have club teams like yours that maybe doesn't have a good team, right?
Yep.
But we know your other teams are pretty good, and we know you're serious.
Yeah.
So we want your kids to have that experience, and because we know you're going to get better.
Yeah.
So we're willing to do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes if some team just wants to get in and they can't play,
it doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. My question to you: you obviously have a amazing life. You coach basketball. You got to travel the country.
Yeah.
You have a great family.
Yeah. Thanks.
What would Kendall right now tell 12-year-old Kendall?
Yeah, that's a great question. I would say, growing up as a and we're talking basketball.
Yeah.
From a basketball standpoint, I would have worked on my game a lot more. I probably was more like you were. I was more athletic, stronger early than everybody else, which gave me the edge.
And then everyone caught up.
Everybody caught up.
That was me.
Yeah, I mean,
that was me.
Exactly.
To a T.
Exactly.
To a T.
And and I'm in the same situation. I'm like, I've been the same size since I was 14.
Yep.
So I haven't grown an inch.
Yep.
So think of me at 14 at 6'4" and a half, 6'4" at 14 years old.
You were 6'4" at 14?
Yes.
You were Lurpy?
Yes. I was skinny, but I could still dunk it because my dad used to make fun of me if I couldn't dunk it. And so I could dunk it, but I never grew.
Yeah.
Right. And so I would tell myself, you need to be in the gym. You need to be working on your game.
Yep.
And you need to develop all your skills.
Yeah.
Because as you get older, those are going to get exposed if you don't have those skills.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And so that's what I would tell myself. I was really cocky again because I was big, but I would tell myself, look, it changes.
Yeah.
It's great at 12 and 13 and 14, but when you get older, there's a bunch of those kids out there.
Yep.
I didn't get my shot blocked until I was 16 years old when I went to California. Right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never got my shot blocked.
He said, oh, this going in.
Yeah,
no one's going to touch it.
Watch my shot. I'm like,
He
what's
said,
going on?
Whoa.
I grew up in Utah, and none of these kids
No
were
one's
blocking my
touching
shot.
it.
Right?
Now you got to be like, oh, now I got to rethink how quick I got to get my shot
quicker.
Now I got to change it.
Yeah, and it changed. And that's one, maybe not I was 14 or 15, but my dad sent me to South Central to live with my uncle for a month. My uncle would take me to the park, play pickup games, because I was cocky. And he's like, okay, we're going to see how good you think you are. And he would send me out there, and I would stay with my uncle. And I remember I went to UCLA basketball camp, Hazards basketball camp. And I came back, and I was like, oh. So that's why I think it's, like, to your point, it's so important for kids to go see things outside of the state.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would tell myself, work on your game, improve your game, get in the gym. Because I didn't do that. Yeah. Because I was already having success.
And I'm right with you. That's how I was when I was young. I was younger.
Yeah, you were the best kid.
I was killing everybody in the gym. I was doing behind the back lays.
Yeah.
I didn't have a move.
Right around the back
lay. I didn't have a handle. It was just a catch, rip, and go.
Yeah.
I had no handle. I didn't really have a shot. Because I didn't feel like I had to, because I was already getting 20 points off of it. So I'd tell myself the same thing. Like, 10-year-old Mark, go get a handle.
Yep.
Go work on your skills.
Yep.
All the stuff that you're already doing, good job, bro. Yeah. Now go work on other stuff.
That's you got a story to tell kids you coach, right? So that's you. Yep. And you got a story, and the kids that are really skilled, they can continue to develop their skills. I don't know if you remember a kid named Shad Watson. Remember Shad? How good he was.
He was.
Unbelievable, right? He never grew.
No, little man. Shaq?
No, Shad Watson from Box Elder.
Oh, from Box.
He was 6'2". He never grew, but he always had skill.
Yeah.
And that helped him. He ended up playing at BYU Hawaii and stuff like that. And he never grew. He was 6'2" in 7th, 8th grade, and he never grew either.
Didn't grow.
But he always had skill.
Yep.
And that helped him. So, yeah, I think that's the best advice you can give. Kids got to be in the gym.
Yeah.
They got to work on their games.
Got to.
If they're not doing that, they're not going to improve. They're not going to get better. And they can't think about how they're doing in their games. They have to think, I got to keep improving my skill. And that's your job to make sure they're improving their skill.
100%. Yeah.
Just because they score 30 doesn't matter. Are you improving?
Are you still getting to the gym, still working?
I'm still working. Yeah. Kobe Bryant worked forever.
Yes.
Right.
And he's getting buckets.
And he's the best player.
These NBA dudes are dropping 28 a game in the NBA. But guess what? Have you've been to a Jazz game? You got to hit my man up, James. What he does is he lets you get there early so you can watch the pre-workout stuff like that. I was watching who was it? Dame Lillard. The Bucks just came. I watched Dame Lillard. And man, it's 75 minutes on the clock. So 75 minutes before the game started. This man was in a dead sweat.
Working.
And
he does that every game.
Working like he's trying to get a paycheck, man. Yeah. He got a $52 million contract. 75 minutes before the game, this dude's in a dead sweat, working like he's trying to get his next paycheck. So if these NBA dudes are doing it,
I don't know why Lil Johnny.
Why is Lil Johnny not doing it? If you have the same aspirations as what Dame's doing, you want your own shoe deal, you want to go play at a circuit. Why are you not doing what they're doing? Exactly. You feel me? So
I think everybody knows what it takes to be successful. They're just not willing to do it.
Yeah, that's it.
Right? Everybody knows. Like I do a lot of speaking, motivational speaking. I mentor kids, young African American kids within our organization.
Yeah.
And I always say the same thing. Everybody knows what it takes to be successful. Just are you willing to do it?
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm not telling anybody that they don't know.
Yeah.
Every kid and every parent knows that their kid needs to spend more hours.
They know
at school or basketball or whatever to be better.
They know
it's not that hard.
It's not hard.
So, yeah.
So, last question before we end this episode. Kendall, as a kid, obviously, we talked about your accolades, right? You're a Hall of Famer at Utah State. What type of work did you have to put in to get to that level? Yeah. Because obviously, that's a crazy level. D1, Hall of Famer. I only know maybe 3. Like 3 of my friends are Hall of Fame. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
And you're one of them.
No, so, yeah. So, like I said, because I was always bigger and stronger, faster, once I got to college, I did not have the skill set.
Got you.
I was athletic enough. I was tough enough. I was competitive enough.
Freshman year, you went to Utah State?
Freshman year.
So all 4 years, Utah State?
All 4 years. And you said I was freshman of the year. I played point guard. I couldn't dribble.
Wow.
So I spent that whole summer before going to college working on my game. Because even my dad was like, "You're not skilled. You're not going to play up there, right?" So we worked. My dad would take me to the gym. I'd work on the gym. I'd work on my handles. I'd work on shooting. Still wasn't really college level. I mean, even if you saw me play as a freshman, you're like, "I don't know how this guy's going," right? Like, so my skill set improved every year as I was in college, and so I continually got better.
Gotcha.
Because I got to college and I got exposed. I mean, and I never played point guard. And my dad had me play point guard when I was younger.
Yeah.
But then when I got to high school, I was
shooting
the biggest
guard?
kid. No, in high school I was the biggest kid.
Oh, really?
So I played like center, power forward.
Oh, gosh.
Right? I never took a 3.
Yeah.
And so when I got to college, I got exposed. I didn't handle it very good. I was just fast.
Yeah.
They picked me up full court. I'm like, I can't be dealing with this thing. Right? And so I'll tell you a thing about basketball. If people show that they disrespect you, you have to get that respect right away.
Yeah.
So I averaged 11 points a game in my freshman year. I would say 8 of those points were in the first 5 minutes because they picked me up full court.
You used to tell us this. You used to tell us, if they pick you 95 feet, if they pick you full court, go.
Yes.
And then square them back up and then go.
Right. And that's
get him off you.
Get him off you. You can't just dribble from side to side to side to side because I wasn't a very good dribbler.
Yeah.
So I just go by him, shoot the first shot.
Yep.
And I had a really good player. His name was Reed New. He was a really good player. He used to get mad at me. He said, "Kendall, why are you shooting?" I said, "Reed, I got to get these guys from stop guarding me like this
Yeah.
because I can't go the whole game like this.
Yeah.
So if I go and score the first
Gotta go
3,
get the
6
respect.
points right away, then they leave me alone. the
Coach
rest
is
of the
gonna
game.
pull him off.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
pull him off. They're like, okay, this guy's killing us. We gotta leave him alone.
Mhm.
But I improved my skill set every year in college.
Yeah.
When I graduated, I was a lot. I mean, I think I'm 6 all time in 3-point shooting percentage. Right?
Oh wow.
Because I improved my game. Now I didn't take a lot of threes,
Yeah.
but the ones I took were good
They're
threes.
knock-ins. Yeah.
I just improved my free throw percentage. Everything improved as I went through college, and so I think that helped me.
Yeah.
That, and I always said my coach called me one of the most competitive persons he ever coached.
Yeah.
I was very competitive, right? I wanted to win every drill, everything we did in practice,
Mhm.
and then I had to be because we back then, and I always say this, we had to play against those guys at UNLV,
Yeah.
and they
Oh
were
yeah.
national
Yeah, that
championships.
team.
They were unbelievable. They had 5 pros.
Yeah.
Stacey Ogman, Larry Johnson, like these guys were unbelievable.
Dogs.
And they would tear you up if you
Yeah.
didn't get some
Prepare
respect.
right.
Yeah. So I had to improve. And so you have to improve. If you improve and I would say now, if you're a 5th grader, you improve to a 6th grader, 7th grader,
Yeah.
8th grader. If you're improving every year,
Mhm.
that's the key. And I think that helped me how I improved every year.
So the summers between each year, you'd go to work.
It was the most important time.
So what would you go watch film, or would you just know?
No. Obviously, you have those meetings with your coaches, and they say, okay, this is what you need to work on. And so you'd have to put together a workout plan that you're working on those things.
With your coach before you leave.
Before I leave.
Yeah.
Now, I met Carl. I used to do Karl Malone's basketball camps, and I went out to Louisiana. Now, I learned from him what work looks like.
Carl.
Oh wow. People have no idea how hard Carl worked in the summer to prepare his body, to prepare his game for the season.
Yeah.
And I learned from him. He gave me a running workout, he gave me a lifting workout, and he gave me a workout in the gym. And I'm like, oh my gosh. They were harder than anything I ever did.
I believe it. That
they were harder than anything I've ever done.
That man is a beast.
And he was a beast. And he used to say, because he knew he had to work out because he knew John Stockton was working out.
Yeah.
So that's why those guys played every game for 15 years, right?
Yeah.
And never took the time off. So I just learned how to get better in the summer. And when I showed up to camp or whatever, when the season started, my coach was like, oh, you're better.
That polished.
Yeah, you're better.
Yeah.
Okay. And then my next year, oh, you're better.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and you kind of figure out a couple of things. I figured I wanted to get better at shooting. I want to get better at ball handling. I want to improve my free throw shooting. And so each year I improve those things.
Yeah. And were you going solo, or would you bring a friend with?
Yeah,
because a lot of these kids bring their friends.
Yeah, it's not.
And then it doesn't. It turns into recess.
No, it's not a workout. Yeah, and so all my friends weren't basketball guys.
Yeah.
So I couldn't take them.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I take my dad. My brother would help. But then I was up at Utah State, and so sometimes there's other players that stay there in the summer, and we'd go work out.
Yep.
When I played ball in New Zealand, me and the other American, we'd go every day. And play one-on-one and go through workouts. So you got to have somebody you got to work out with.
Keep you accountable.
Keep you accountable. Keep you locked in.
Yeah.
If you just go there and just shoot and stuff.
Yeah. Tough discipline. It's tough discipline to jump in the gym and get a full sweat. It's tough.
And you got to remember, I had success. I was freshman of the year. I was all league. But every year I wanted to get better and better and better because I had aspirations like everybody, right? I wanted to play in the NBA. And it didn't work out. But I knew I was as good as I probably could have been because I worked on my game. So I did everything I could to get better.
So you have no regrets on not getting in the gym enough?
No. I learned something. I remember I tried out, I went to the jazz camp. And if you ever tried out for an NBA team, when they cut you, it's not like, hey, nice job. Thanks for coming. Good luck.
Go.
You're out.
Get out.
Like, goodbye.
Business.
Yeah, it's all business. Like, and they don't tell you what you need to work on.
Oh, they don't tell you why?
No.
Just go.
No, why? You're not good enough, right? We don't have time to explain it to you, right?
Yeah.
And when that happened, I said, oh, okay. And so I was able to catch one of the other coaches and I said, hey, what do I need to do? And he goes, you got to shoot that 3-ball better. You're only 6'4".
Yeah.
Most guards at that time were 6'6". You got to shoot that 3-ball.
Yep.
I said, okay. So then when I went and tried out for the Sonics, I was a lot better.
3-ball.
3-ball was there. I was playing a lot better. And I still didn't make it, but I was a lot closer.
Yes.
And I got a lot better.
Yeah.
And then that got me an opportunity to go play over in New Zealand and do some things and all that stuff. But I say that is I continually still got better.
Yeah.
Even at that level.
Yes.
I was still getting better. And
that's tough to do.
It is.
That's tough to be at a high level and continue to push yourself to get to a higher level.
It is if you don't see that there's another level up there.
Mm-hmm.
If you think this is it, then you're like you when you were a kid, you're like, I'm the best here.
Oh,
I'm
done.
Get
I'm chill.
I'm good. Why do I need to get better? Yeah. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay. And so I think kids need to do that. And I think, to your point, coaches have to hold them accountable to get better. If you're not helping them get better and helping them improve, you guys got a gym.
Yep.
Kid wants to come in here, you get in here with
Get
him.
in here, yeah.
If he wants to show up, mom and dad want to drop him off, you want to be in here with them.
Yep, 100%.
And they'll get better.
Kendall, last little segment. What are your hopes and aspirations of the Youngblood League?
Yeah, no, great question. And I'm glad you asked that because 15 years...
It's a long time.
From where we are to today, I still have, our goal is to make this the greatest experience for these kids that play in Youngblood.
Yeah.
I think we still got a long way to go, right? We're doing a number of things, like I said, we're Player of the Week and All League and all this, but we're looking at streaming games. We're looking at doing more highlight videos, right? We're looking at doing all stats. Right now we do scoring and three-pointing. We want to do all stats.
All of them, yeah.
Right? We give kids a little bag tag, but maybe we give them bags. Got a chance to talk to Ryan Smith, the owner for the Jazz. He wants to get involved in some of the things we're doing and wants to help out. So if you look at Youngblood today and in the next 5-10 years, it's going to be
different.
Continue to grow, right? Continue to be a great opportunity for these kids. And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited where we're going. And like I said, if you have ideas, anybody has ideas on how we can make this experience better for the kids, I'm all ears. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So it's going to continue to grow. And we support all the clubs.
Yeah.
We have great relationships with all the clubs and all the teams, and because I was a part of that, obviously I was part of the prospects and coached some of that, and Utah Stars and some of these former athletes, and so I love seeing now guys like you that played in the league.
Yep.
Connor played in the league, now coaching in the
league.
Come on, that's crazy. That's great.
Full circle. And
remember, we used to do camps. I think you may have came back and helped us with the camp. And we got to get back to that. We do a free camp for the kids. We have players that played in the league come back.
I remember it.
Paul Peterson always runs that camp for us. Ronnie Price, who played in the NBA, he's going to help with our camp. So we do a free camp, and we got to get back to that.
Yeah, 100%. Because you got great connections. Yeah. Through the kids that have gone through Youngblood, you got NBA players, you got business owners, you got...
That's right.
You got amazing people that have gone through your league, and you have great connections. So for sure, go reach out and go make this amazing, man.
Yeah,
we already have, but
and I love it. Right, like people think it is a business, but I love it. Like I'm there every Saturday. I'm at every gym.
You're at every gym.
Every Saturday.
Same with Days. Days like I've been here since 8, man.
Yeah, I'm there because I love it. I've been 15 years. I've only missed a Saturday once. Yeah. So that tells you my passion for what we're doing. Some people think it's about the money. It's not about the money. It's about the kids. Yeah. Right. I got plenty of money. I got a job. Yep. My wife's doing all kinds of stuff. Right.
You're going on golf trips, man.
I can go on golf trips. Right. But I just love what we're doing and what we're trying to build. And like I said, in 5 years, 10 years, it's gonna continue to be amazing and continue to get more teams that come from out of state. The players are going to get better. Yeah. The coaching continues to get better. We'll improve our officiating. But
Nick, I got you.
Yeah, so it's going to continue to get better. So I'm excited about it.
Well, man, from Invictus to you, we appreciate you letting our teams compete in your league.
Good. Yeah.
We love it. We look forward to it every year. So we appreciate it.
No, good.
And I appreciate you, man, for being a coach, being a leader to me.
Good.
Being
Anything
a role
you ever
model.
need. Yeah.
I was a young black dude in Utah, Utah County.
Yeah.
And I saw you on the sideline for the first time. Yeah. Clapping your hands. Yeah. Getting turned. I said, I want to play for him. Yeah. And it became a reality. And the 7 years that I played for you, or whatever it was, it was amazing. Good. So I appreciate you for everything you do for me. And I hope you have a great life, bro.
Hey, my life's good, and yeah, I'll continue to keep doing the things, and I appreciate you saying those things
Yeah.
because I think that's what most people are into it.
Yeah.
You still call me coach,
Yeah.
right? I'm still coach. People still call me coach, and I
Yeah.
haven't coached. It's been, I don't know, a
Years.
while since I coached, right?
10 years. 11.
Yeah, when was the last time you guys played, right?
Yeah.
When we traveled, like, well, let's see, you're 18. How old are you now?
So
You're
it
20.
was 2017.
That's
It was
9
Vegas.
years?
9
Yeah.
years.
That's crazy,
9
right?
years.
And
Yeah.
people still call me coach.
Yeah.
And I always help here and there when I can, but
Yeah.
for the most part, yeah, I appreciate you saying that, and we're always here to help. You can call me anytime,
sir.
and you can call my wife anytime, and we got you. So
I
thanks.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
This the man right here, y'all.
Thanks.
You want to shout out your Instagram, whatever you want?
Yeah, Youngblood Basketball. Yeah, check out Youngblood Basketball on Instagram. You see all the stuff that we're posting on there.
Yeah.
That's all about the league. Youngbloodbasketball.com. We have the website, so that shows things, and you can see top 15 players of all time that played in the league. You can also see schedule for the games. Come out and check out some of the games.
Yeah.
There's highly talented kids out there.
Crazy,
even
crazy
at 5th
talent.
and 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. You're
Yes.
seeing some talented kids. So come check those out. Just
You guys have an app also, right?
Yeah, so that's a
Youngblood
Youngblood basketball
Basketball
app. So that has all the schedules and everything. That's more for the kids and the parents that are in the league. But
Yep.
check that out, and you can see where the games are. And we'll just keep doing it and keep playing
Man.
basketball.
Keep riding it, man. 15 years of excellence.
Yep.
Keep going. We're here
Thanks,
for it.
man. Appreciate the time. Thank
Yeah,
you.
appreciate it. All right, guys. Hey, one last thing. If we get to 250 subscribers, I will eat sushi on the podcast next time. So smash that subscribe button, hit the like, give us a comment, and I appreciate y'all. We're out.